sort of started to slip there in the third quarter?
I mean, I think the turnovers kind of got away from us, and obviously, like 15 isn't terrible, but when they start stringing together, when you have 2 or 3 in a row, and then they got layups, open threes, and that's kind of where it got away from us. And it started in the first quarter as well. We started the second half the same way we started the game, and that's what got away from us.
This is game 2 now without Victor. Something Chris mentioned a couple days ago was just basketball being a sanctuary, kind of a place to get your mind off of everything that's going on. Just hoping you could speak to that feeling and what that's going to be like the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, when things are going on, in life in general, whenever you step out there, that's most people's time where they don't have to think about those things. Obviously, like, you're away from your phone, all you're thinking about is, what's at hand, your job at hand. So for us, obviously with him, we continue to pray for him, and we want him to just be in good health, period, not necessarily thinking about the basketball aspect of it, but obviously we feel that he's not out there. But, whenever we're out there and not thinking about that, that's where it comes in. That's where, basketball being your sanctuary comes in, and people go in, and they do it in a gym by themselves, regardless of if it's a game or not.
Chris just covered a variety of topics, and one of them was the fact that he hasn't missed a game this year at 39. What's the secret? I mean, and you look at him and think, is that something you think you could do at 39?
I don't know if I can do it at 30. I missed 3 this year. I mean, the way that he takes care of himself, I mean, you see that in a lot of guys. I played with Vince Carter when he was in year, I think, 18. And just the amount of time that he was on the table, even if we didn't do much, just taking care of his body. And CP's the same way, HB's the same way. I think whenever you're younger, you don't necessarily think about that because your whole life you've just been able to wake up and go to the court and do whatever you do. But, as you get older and your body starts to feel it, I think a lot of guys, I wouldn't necessarily say take it serious at that point. I think, some guys, when they see it when they're younger, they start to take it serious. But, when you've been a pro as long as he has, and you've, seen what he has, and even just the medical staffs and all the new technology that, CP was, 05? 05, right? Yeah. I couldn't imagine what it was like playing in the NBA in 05. So the type of stuff that we have now, I know he's blessed to still be a part of that for sure.
On the subject of,
At least I'm not born in 2000, so I'm good.
On the subject of wear and tear, is your finger getting worse? Like, have the doctor said that it could get to a point where you're going to need to have something done, or can it kind of stay the same the rest of the year?
It's basically been the same the rest of the year. I've gone through like a workout without taping it, and the main problem is just the fact that if you throw me the ball, the first thing it's going to hit is the finger. So that's the reason that I really do tape it. But at some point, we're going to have to sit down and get it fixed because I'm not playing with tape on my dominant hand for the rest of my career. So.
No thinking now that would happen before the end of the season?
I'm not sure yet.
How cool is it going back to New Orleans? I imagine, Chris was talking about how special it is for him, and I know, it should be for you too. What are your thoughts on going back to New Orleans?
Funny, mine's more so Houston. That's where I grew up. Like I was in New Orleans and I don't have an accent unless I say New Orleans. Like that's the only time I have an accent. But yeah, mine's more so Houston. That's where all my people are. But we do that. Yeah, that's on the trip too.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
yeah,
Louis.
it is what it is.
All right, guys, we got a bus to catch.
We got one more. I got you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just would love to hear about your Austin experience, and then also with the University of Texas, just how the facilities here compare to some others that y'all have been in.
Super dope. I mean, so I was getting recruited by Rick Barnes, and then Shaka Smart's first year was my senior year in high school. So like I've been here. I did team camps here going into my freshman year and my sophomore year of high school. So like I've been here. I've seen the campus many times. I loved it. This is my first time actually being able to play in Austin. And the facilities have gotten a lot better even since when I was getting recruited. But I mean, this is some of the best in the country, by far. And we all know the money that goes into this school, so that's not surprising. That's not surprising at all.
Thank you.